Hey everyone, this is Captain Rogers with Monster Bird Nation, and I am here with another really cool video with a cool method on the way that you can place things in your settlement, or camp, or whatever you want to call it. You can do this at any of the settlements, you can do this at any of the camps, as with my previous videos. So yes, you can build a castle at a random settlement. Sorry, you can build a castle at a regular settlement, and you can do the wire glitch at any settlement. And you can also do this at any settlement. So what you want to do is you want to grab you a rug, just like that. And so what I'm going to do is I want to place this water on top of my fake grass. And so you can't place it, as you can see, but you can place it down here. And so the reason I have this hole in the floor is this is the only real way to get this method to work, is you have to have dirt just like that, because these objects can only be placed in dirt, of course. So what you want to do is you want to place your rug and you want to place this down. And then you just want to maneuver them in a way that you can get that water on top of here. And so the best way to do it, I've noticed, is if you have any kind of little incline or something, you want to go up like that. And so, see, if you go off to the side, just enough of it has to be in the dirt. So just enough for it to register as on the mat and in the dirt. And so then you just pick up the mat and voila. You can now place this wherever you want. Just like that. Okay. And so another thing you can do is, let me go over and let me find this. Okay. So say you want to build a water purifier just like this, and you want to place that in your camp, because I'm not close enough to water to have one of the big water purifiers, because I don't have any water. And so what you're going to want to do is place that down in the dirt just like you did this. Now these have a little bit different properties than the other. This right here, if you have it sunk down too low, it will not set. So you unfortunately have to have it all the way up, just like that. Raised all the way up, I mean. And so I'm having problems even placing it down in the dirt here. So what I'm going to do is move this over just a little bit. And see, we had just like that. So let me see. A lot of times, see, it won't place because you've got all of that underground and protruding through the mat. And so it won't place on dirt like that. So what you want to do, oops, I moved it back too far. So what you want to do is, like I said, you want to maneuver this in a way to where it is on the mat, but it's also in the dirt. And it has to be up so high or it's not going to work. So that's about the height that we're going to need in order to do this. And so it'll take a little bit of playing around with, just like anything else. I mean, it is a little glitch, exploit, whatever you want to call it. So as you can see there, now we have it on top of our mat, and we can now place it up here. So I'm going to go one step further now, and I'm going to show you another method of what you can do. So that mat is a little far down, and it's going to be hard to maneuver and pick that up all the time. So I'm going to place that mat just ever so slightly on one of these mats. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up this mat, and now I can move it around a lot easier. I can rotate. But another thing that you can do is you can actually now take this and you can shove it in the wall. And so you'll have to move your mats around a little bit and play around, just like I did this one here. So just in case you're wondering, as long as you leave it out just a tad bit, just like this, you can walk up and you can get the stuff from it. And another thing is, let me go over here and I'm going to grab this. I'm going to store that. I'm going to go over to stored, and I'm going to pick that back up. So I'm going to set this down right there on top of that. And now I'm going to grab my mat, and I'm going to come right over here with it, set it next to my generator. Wire it up, move the mat just a little over, and now we're going to see if it'll go on the wall. And it will. So just like that. So I recommend you not put it on a mat like this, and you actually put it on one of the sign ones like I've done before, because it makes it look a little bit nicer if you do it that way. So let's go over and let's grab a power connector, and let's switch over to the one on the wall, and I'll show you that that does look so much nicer than what it did before. And you see that it's not going to let you move that now. It's not going to let you move the wire because it is unfortunately in the wall, or fortunately in the wall, whatever you want to, however you want to say it. So, okay, so now that it's like that, now we're going to push it into the wall. Like I said, you can get this further in the wall like I did that one. You just have to play around with it a bit. You just have to keep in mind these mats here and how you have them connected. You can connect more mats. Just make sure all the mats are laying on top of each other. They're overlapping each other. And so check that out. Now we have our water purifier safely in the wall, in the invincible wall, where it cannot be hurt. So people can shoot at this all day long and they're not going to do any damage at all. And see, it's still left out just enough for you to walk up, grab your water purifier if you need it, do the infinite wire glitch to, you know, wire that wherever and however you want to. You can move it closer. And it'll let me grab the sign. You know, not important. I can grab the sign later. So yeah, you can move that around however you want to. And then we're going to go out here just so I can confirm. See, neither of them are sticking out. And so I'm actually working on a way to get these generators to do the same. I can partially get them into the wall, but not enough to where it really matters. Not enough to where it, not enough to where it's going to keep it from being destroyed or anything like that from any kind of attack. But you can get all kinds of things in the wall like that. I've been able to get the smaller generators in and the medium generators without much of a problem. All the other ones have been giving me issues, but I'm sure I'll find a way to make that work pretty soon. And I know you can place these using the campfires, but the campfires make it levitate, and it comes off like 2 foot off the ground. This makes it set nice and snug, pretty much right up against the ground, maybe an inch or two above, but it's not way up in the air. And you can't place things in the walls like that with the campfires. You can just place it on the ground because it has the properties of like the dirt, ground, soil, whatever. And so this method is far, far superior to the one where you just place a campfire down. And I'll show you that. And also, another reason it's superior is you have to fidget with this a lot more than you have to with just doing that mat. And so the campfires just aren't as useful, we'll say, as doing this rug glitch. And now anything you find a problem trying to place, anything you have any troubles or problems trying to place, throw it on a rug and it's going to place. It'll place perfectly fine pretty much every time. And you can also use these for other objects, some objects that snap. You can use this to, so if you don't want to snap an object into a certain place, you can use these rugs to get them there a little bit easier. But yeah, so I've shown you how to build your castle. I've shown you how to stack foundations. I've shown you how to do infinite wires with the wires hidden and not, going all over the place. And I've shown you now how to rug glitch. So how to get these purifiers to set on land without the use of a campfire, and how to get these over here set on land without any kind of dirt. So yeah, I think this is a really good glitch, and I think it can come in real handy for people who don't always build or want their things just laying out in the open or laying out in the dirt. It'd be really easy for these things to get destroyed that way. And so I think this is a much superior method to just laying it around and just hoping for the best. But yeah, so anyways, guys, that's all I had for you on this one. I'll be back later. I've got a couple more things that I wanna show. It's not gonna let me jump over there. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I've got a couple more things I want to show. I got more things I want to do, more things planned. I've got more exploits and glitches and things like that I'm working on and I'm trying to figure out. Sorry it's taking so long. It's a really hard process. Things in this game are so freaking random on how you're finding them and discovering them. Just like how I found out how to stack these. It's just, there's not a clear-cut, straightforward method really. It's just a bunch of having to play around until you eventually get it. And so that's what I've been doing, so you guys don't have to. But I appreciate everyone for coming out, watching this video. If you could, watch some other videos, like, comment, subscribe. I know this is like the first time I'm saying it in a video, but it would be much appreciated. I'd love to get it to 1,000 subs. That way I can start managing my community better. That way I can monetize so I can actually, you know, get something out of this. I work a lot, and so making these videos are really hard on me. I'd love to be able to cut back a day or two on work. I'd love to be able to do some extra things and come up with more methods to help you guys out. So, like I said, guys, until next time, this has been Captain Rogers of Monster Bird Nation, signing off.